The kids love Taylor Swift. But instead of being a great role model that she built her fan base off of, now she wants to be a witch. Y'all see the switch? And this isn't something new. Billie Eilish with children, building a fan base with children. Then all of a sudden she made a song called All the Good Girls Go to Hell. Now this is your Billie. Now this is your Billie. And all the brainwash would call it artistic.
What's up, fam? This is Disruptive. We're going to jump right into it, y'all. We're going to be talking about today about Taylor Swift. This is America's sweetheart, if you will. Y'all been seeing her at the Chiefs games and all of those things. By the way, my Raiders beat the Chiefs on that day, and we actually had a Twitter that was so fire. It showed the Raider and it was hanging an ornament on the tree, and it basically said Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Down in the dumps, baby. We kicked him out. Let's go. Shout out to my Raider Nation that's out there for sure. But anyways, y'all, there's a video that came out. There's a content creator. His name's Isaiah Robinson, and he put out a really awesome video, y'all, that the video itself went viral, but it brought to light some things that y'all may not know about Taylor Swift. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this roll, and then I'm going to stop and give some commentary in the middle of it. But let's go ahead and roll this clip.
So Taylor Swift is finally showing you guys who she truly is, and you're still not paying attention, huh? She literally called herself a witch in this tweet. Billboard chart says this is a song for all the lonely witches. Y'all think they're just putting on an artistic act? This woman was on tour going state to state, doing live rituals on stage. And nobody's paying attention to it, huh? You're that brainwashed.
Pitchforks and proof, their receipts and reasons. They're burning all the witches, even if you aren't one. Better light me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a serpent behind her. Y'all waking up yet? Last week's sweetheart has turned to this week's witch. In that video, she was acting like she was in hell. So yeah, last week's sweetheart has turned to this week's witch in hell. But are you catching on yet? So a witch in front of a serpent. Let's go deeper, ladies and gentlemen.
Before we get into that, the rest of this video, here's where the enemy begins to work, y'all. You take Taylor Swift, right? Imagine at the beginning of her career, sweet girl, making nice music, and then something shifted in the midst of all of that. Something stepped in that took more precedence than where they initially went. This is how the enemy works, y'all. The enemy will lure you to sleep using tactics, giving you a little spoonful of sugar here and there. And then next thing you know, you are caught up in this spiral of wickedness. Y'all, watch the rest of this video. It's super crazy.
Isn't it interesting that Taylor Swift looks exactly like Zena LaVey? Who is Zena LaVey, you might ask? She's Anton LaVey's daughter. Anton LaVey was the founder of the Satanic Church, and his daughter, Zena LaVey, was a high priestess for Satan. Safe to say she was a witch. Oh, how the resemblance is remarkable. So America's sweetheart blew up being America's sweetheart, but now she's trying to make it cool to be a witch. Why is that? Well, I said it before, you do not get this big without certain contracts being signed. They got her right where they wanted her just so they can turn her around so she can manipulate the youth. The kids love Taylor Swift. But instead of being a great role model that she built her fan base off of, now she wants to be a witch. Y'all see the switch? And this isn't something new. Billie Eilish with children, building a fan base with children. Then all of a sudden she made a song called All the Good Girls Go to Hell. Now this is your Billie. Now this is your Billie. And all the brainwash would call it artistic. Lil Nas X built a fan base off of children. They blew this man up out of nowhere. Then what happened? Out of nowhere, he switched. Next thing we know, he's sliding from heaven into hell. Even gave him his own satanic shoe. They had 666 on him. Also, Luke 10:18, the verse in the Bible where Satan fell like lightning. So do you guys see the comparison? Do you guys see the pattern? Do you guys see who they're after? They're after the youth. Because if they can control the youth, they can control the future. Y'all might have thought she was America's sweetheart, but my Bible says even Satan himself masquerades like an angel of light. Stop listening to these artists and stop letting your children listen to these artists. Little do you know, you are allowing demonic spirits to come into your household. Because when you play that nonsense, you are coming into agreement with that nonsense. Your eyes and your ears are portals. What you let into them is what you're coming into agreement with. 2024, let's be smarter. Let's be more wise. If it's not glorifying God, cut it off. God bless you.
He brings up so many incredible points in this video, okay? And it reminded me of a video that I saw of Andrew Tate. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some things that Andrew Tate does in his life that I just don't agree with. But he says some things that are really important for us to listen to. And here's what I took away specifically in the satanic cult that they have. They believe in something called karmic retribution. Karmic retribution is when the example that they use is if I were to have poison apples for display and the sign in front of it says apples, and somebody comes up, they buy it, they eat it, and they die, I committed murder because I wasn't forthcoming and upfront with what I was actually selling. However, on the other end, if I have poison apples for display and I have a sign in front of that that says poison apples, and you come up and you grab that apple, you take a bite out of it, I didn't commit murder, you committed suicide, and I'm off the hook for any ramifications that came as a result of your actions. This is what the enemy is doing, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, the enemy has lulled you to sleep, letting you know exactly what he's doing. He's telling you, I'm a witch. He's showing you a serpent on stage. He's showing you shoes that say 666 on it. And y'all call it artwork. Y'all call it some type of thinking that it's some type of creative. I don't know what y'all say that it is. And many people are going to make up excuses because here's why. At first, Taylor Swift was very sweet, America's sweetheart, making great music. And then a switch occurred, y'all. And once that switch happens, someone like me apparently can't tell y'all nothing. Because if I were to walk into, what do they call them? Swifties? They call them Swifties. If I walk in and talk to all y'all Swifties and say that this woman that y'all been listening to and have been a fan of and have been in many ways worshiping is a witch, y'all would come after me. It's artistic work. How could you say something like that? Y'all, I'm telling you, this is how the enemy comes in. The enemy told you what he was doing, told you up front. And we're talking about from things, I'm talking about the wickedness that's happening behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. Man, there's a video of Cat Williams out right now that y'all may have watched. Even in that video, and I'm probably going to do a reaction even to portions of that video too. But there he is ripping the darkness in Hollywood. Now we talk about it, and everybody wants to call us conspiracy theorists. It's a conspiracy theory until the truth comes out. That the truth is the truth. Now, how do we, y'all? I just gotta say, we gotta have more discernment here. I say this a lot. You gotta have more discernment in your life. And when you see the Hollywood is not going right, when people start going up in influence, when they start going up, when you see someone start being raised up in Hollywood, not everybody, but for a good majority of people, you see them starting being raised up, then Hollywood's gonna come up and say, "What's your price? What's the price on your soul? What's the price that you have that we can buy you out? And then at that point, you're gonna do our bidding. And their bidding ain't for the kingdom, though. They're bidding for the future of your children, your family, and moving right into your place of living. This is an opportunity for y'all to wake up, because if nothing changes in the way that you discern about what's happening in the world around you, craziness is going to ensue in your life. So, y'all, this video by Isaiah Robinson, man, we're probably going to drop a link for his channel here in the comments or in the description. Go and follow him. He provides amazing content. But y'all, keep your eyes open, because the enemy is constantly moving and active. And here's what I love to say: if the devil isn't taking a day off, why should I? In my faith, it don't just stop on Sunday. It don't stop when you serving in youth group on Wednesdays. It don't stop at your Bible study on Tuesdays. This faith that you have got to be 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 a year, 356 on a leap year. Your faith has to be so active, because you got an enemy who's got that. See, here's another thing, man. I'm just ranting today. Some of y'all think that the enemy, that y'all can just go on and box with the devil. Let me tell you right now, you can't. The devil will overcome you every single time if you don't have Christ. Period. Point blank. The enemy will always win if you don't have Jesus. You on your own can't do it. Only God in you can overcome the schemes of the devil. So you got to have your eyes open. You got to be ready and prepared for what's happening. And don't blindly take these poison apples that people are feeding you. They've shown you straight up. What's it earlier last year? Balenciaga, y'all seen it. Y'all seen all of these things. Don't be blinded to it. You got to have your eyes wide open. We'll see you on the next one, y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.